All right, let's get into this Impact episode. We're jumping right into the middle of Samoa Joe versus Christopher Daniels for the X Division title, and Daniels is already bleeding.
Dude, maybe this is such a jarring start to a show in comparison to the I can't get this one out of my head. Triple H starting that Raw midway promo.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
That's the difference, dude. WWE starts mid promo, TNA starts mid match because matches matter.
Blood, which is crazy because it's 11 p.m. They can get away with blood, so that's awesome.
Dude, yeah, 11 p.m. I'm up at 11 p.m. It's a school night, and I see Christopher Daniels getting his head bashed into the guardrail by Samoa Joe. I'm fucking losing my mind. I'm staying up.
Dude, if you flip the channels and you got to this, and Daniels is bleeding, and Don West is yelling, "We're in Impact! We got the title on the line! Daniels is busted up!" And I'm like, oh shit! I have to see what's going on here.
Already in progress, and my God, the champion Daniels, he's been busted wide open. Oh, we saw it happen in the match where Samoa Joe just smashed his head inside the steel ring post, hit him straight on.
Yeah, dude, I just watched the Dudesons. Now I'm watching Daniels bleed.
No,
That's
you're watching
awesome.
the Dudesons after, bro. Oh no, yeah, they're the lead-in. You're right. Never mind.
No, you're
right.
watching Danielson on ROH.
Dennison. Yeah, so this is like we talked about. This is their move to Thursdays, because of viewership growth. Impact was moved to Thursdays in April and later to an earlier primetime slot in November.
Oh,
I really like this presentation of this show around this time. Like, this is a very I like the adrenaline rush era. I like the hour. I like the way that they set this up. Not every Impact is good. A lot of them suck, but this one is actually very good. I enjoyed this episode
awesome
quite a bit. And starting off with Daniels and Joe in the X title, I talked to Johnny a little bit before we went live, and I was telling him, I was like, I think this might be the perfect 1 hour TV format. Like, if you start with the X Division and give them time, and then you go into some plunder and, some angle stuff in the middle, and then finish off with one of your legends, whether that be Sting here or, Christian Cage or Kurt or, whatever's leading up to the pay-per-view. This is a really, really good format for this show. And I think if they would have kept this more, they probably would have been way better off.
Yeah, man, and I actually wish more wrestling shows adapted this. Like, it's only 45 minutes, so obviously with commercials an hour, 45 minutes, and so that's already like a breeze. This show went by so fast. Like, before I knew it, I was watching Sting in the main. I said, wow, this show is awesome. Also, Tanae says Christopher Daniels was scheduled to face Jushin Liger at Lockdown, but Larry Zbyszko from the Championship Committee says that the New Japan captain protested that the match needs to be in 6 sides of steel, so Liger won't be at Lockdown, but the New Japan captain will bring his squad to TNA for the X Cup. All right.
What?
Who the fuck is the New Japan captain?
Dude, it's Captain New Japan.
Holy shit!
Captain fucking New Japan. Get the fuck out of here.
Captain fucking New Japan? Get the fuck out of here.
6 sides of steel?
Wow.
Dude, I like to think Liger was just like, I'm not doing 6 sides of steel. Fuck that shit.
So, Tony, that is what happened.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
So,
Big League it up, that's awesome.
From the Observer, April 19th, 06, the reason Jushin Liger versus Daniel was canceled and that Liger won't be on the card is because Liger said he had never been in a cage match in his career, and if he was going to do his first one, he wanted to be something more than just a prelim match in a foreign country.
He didn't
think much of TNA, right? I guess.
Obviously not. No, a prelim match. Hey, come on, you're on the card, bro.
Yeah, but it's kind of a lot to ask. You're coming over. We got a match for you. You can do a cage. What the?
Yeah, man.
You didn't have to use the cage.
No. You want to take it down?
No,
Six
just
sides of
don't use
steel.
it. Just don't use it. Yeah, just don't throw into it.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, they're going to take the whole cage down.
Jushin Liger says, disassemble this cage.
Jushin Liger brings over all the New Japan young boys and they take the cage down.
Dude, that'd be the greatest heel thing of all time. That'd be awesome.
Oh my God, I'm surprised they haven't done that, Tony. You're right. A big heel says, take this fucking cage down. I'm not wrestling in this
Jushin Liger comes out in the black attire with the young boys and then strips the cage down.
It's Liger with no mask.
Jushin Liger.
I'm not wrestling in this. I'm not putting the hood on until you take this fucking cage down, man. No way.
So it shows a replay of everything that happened before they went live on the air, and Joe threw Daniels into the post, which busted him open.
Yeah.
And Joe's in control here. And when Joe's in control, it is such an easy match to have. And like Daniels is such a good underdog here.
He's sympathetic as fuck, and he's bleeding to hell. And the crowd, like, obviously the crowd thinks Joe's the coolest guy in the world, but they're still rooting for the fallen angel.
Because he's so good, and like he has so much cred here already.
Right.
This feud has been, I mean, this is like this is like the X Division's feud here. Like Daniels, Joe, and AJ is the X Division feud for literally a decade.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, guys who want to be at the top, and like every once in a while, one of them knocks the other one off, and that's kind of the story we get tonight here. They're making Joe look like an absolute monster here, because of course at Lockdown he has a match against Sabu,
which is fucking awesome. By the way, I'm pretty sure he no-showed this taping.
Yeah, it seemed like it. Yeah.
He was definitely scheduled to come out here, but he just no-showed. And I guess because they already had the match announced, they're like, "Oh fuck, whatever, we gotta figure it out." Yeah, the in the part where they showed before the show show came on highlights, Daniels did like an Arabian press moonsault to the floor.
Yeah, that was awesome. And that's what fucked him up, because then Joe got in control,
Joe
and then
killed
that's
him. Yeah,
what led to the post. And Joe in control here. I mean, he just has everything he does is just so vicious, and like I don't know, like Joe is, especially for how long he had been wrestling at this point, Joe was too good. He was already a veteran. Like Daniels is the veteran here, and Daniels has been wrestling. I believe he has quite a bit of years on Joe, but like, I think Joe started wrestling in 99.
If not 2000.
Yeah, so December 1999, Joe made his debut. In 2006, April, he's already like the man. He's actually, he was the man about 3 years into his career.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Dude,
which is pretty
started
insane.
in 93.
Yeah, because I remember he was in ECW, he was in WWF, he had all that stuff. Yeah, he had hair. He had all that stuff. So like, yeah, like Joe is an anomaly in wrestling. You don't have guys that get this good that quick. He's a student of the game, and like, I'm so glad that he not only was able to have a great career in Ring of Honor, but he was able to pivot that into a very, very memorable run in Impact sadly does get derailed for a super long time because of administration changes.
And he gets kidnapped.
Yeah, man. They fuck him up, man.
All right, Samoa Joe's not talking tonight. Taz, Mike, I'm sorry. It's not been a good week here for the Samoans. What is that? What the hell is... Whoa, 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 whoa!
What the hell did we just see on our monitors here?
Let me get this straight. Somebody just abducted Samoa Joe?
And he just needed to be with Taz. They just has to be with Taz.
I'm glad that AEW presented him well.
Yeah.
You know, that means something to me, because like yeah, because like, you know, we've just been watching this guy forever.
Yeah.
I just hate seeing this guy presented such an ass wipe. Like, I just can't stand it. He's like the best ever. I just can't.
Man.
I can't deal with this shit, man.
I don't want to think what he's doing sucks. I love Joe, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, the story of this match is that Joe has been on a rampage since losing the X Division title. He wasn't pinned, submitted, still hasn't had an actual loss. He lost the X Division title in an Ultimate X match to Daniels, and Daniels obviously is now champ, and Joe is just kicking the shit out of him, man. He's bleeding. Joe's biting his forehead.
Well, Don West is at 110% in this era, man. He is. He says something great here. He says that this is what the X Division title means to these guys, as it shows this. I mean, Daniel's selling here is so good. He's busted open.
Awesome.
He can't catch his breath. He's very good here. But Don West says, this is what the X Division title means to these guys. It's a belt with prestige that TNA has brought to this world.
Let's go.
I said, oh my God, you're right. TNA, come on, boys.
That was just a terrible sight. I'm telling you, folks, if you're squeamish, you better leave the room right now, because this is brutal. That's what this X Division title means to these guys. It is just a belt with prestige that TNA has brought to the world.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah, this shit means something to me, man.
Hey, you know what? I still fuck with the X Division title. I want to make that clear. I fuck with the X Division title. And you know what, man? Shouts out to the fucking current X Division champion, the current DPW tag champions, people like Bailey, baby.
Oh, man, you got to give it up for
him.
You got to give it up for him.
Boy,
That's right.
Man.
That's true.
Fuck with him heavy.
Daniels does have some great fucking bleeding here, though, man. It's really going down his face.
He stays for the whole match. I don't know how
Tony,
he does it. He's
that's what I was saying,
match.
dude. It's impressive. Like, they give this match time. I don't know what the actual length of the match was, but it goes on for a minute. I am super impressed that Daniels is like seemingly leaking from his head the whole time. It usually dries up.
Yeah, the production here is great too. Like they're getting all the right shots.
Yeah.
Like whenever Joe cuts Daniels back down, it zooms in on his face and Daniels is
bloody.
It's like blood coming out of his mouth and shit. I'm
His
like, wow,
eyes.
yeah, this is awesome.
He's fucked up.
He looks like he's in a fucking war with this dude. Like, this is real shit. I know that Joe is way more known here to a lot of people, especially because he was in WWE and things of that nature.
Sure.
But Daniels was the glue that held this division together. Like, if someone was coming up next or they had a run coming up, Daniels was the guy that would get the belt, and then Daniels would be the guy that would give the belt to the next guy. Like, he needed to be there.
That unbreakable three-way is not nearly the same if Daniels isn't in it.
No. I think Daniels taught a lot of people at TNA a lot of shit.
Yeah,
like
I think so
just a professional in every sense of the word. Daniels has always been one of my favorite guys.
He's awesome.
Yeah, I think he's awesome. He did great here. Joe gives him the violence party combo, and Daniels is gasping for air here. Great visual. Joe looks like a maniac right now.
This is like maybe one of the best violence parties I've ever seen. He starts the combo. I'm like, oh shit, violence party, and then Joe has this look on his face. He's fucking like, fuck you. He's beating the shit out of him. Like, and Daniels does this sell where he's laying over the bottom rope. It's awesome.
Yeah, this is like when guys face each other a lot. They get comfortable putting these matches together like this, and like, yeah, man, they're just so dialed in here. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So we come back from commercial. Joe hits the power bomb for a 2 into the high angle Boston Crab, and then into the STF, and then into the crossface, and then into a seated armbar. And look, man, I don't want to say that Joe is the GOAT, but Joe is the fucking GOAT, man.
These are M. Dickey submission cheese. Like, this changing to different moves 4 times in one hold. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen it like that.
Yeah, like that could have been the finish, and I would have been like, hell yeah. You know?
Yeah, this second half of the match, I bid on like every move because I was like, wow, they're giving this time.
So Daniels gets some separation, hits 2 enziguris and an STO, which allows him to go into his comeback, which is 2 lines and a code breaker.
Fuck yeah.
Daniels and then ends his comeback with a flying shoulder tackle that finally knocks Joe down. Joe has not been knocked down. Like, he hits the STO, but he hasn't like knocked him off his feet.
Sure.
So it was like very cool to see that. It was a 2 count. Daniels hits a top rope Frankensteiner, and Joe goes fucking flying across the ring here.
What a dude! This is like it felt like an AJ Styles sell of Arana. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but that's how it felt.
It's like Abyss. Like Abyss used to take the same kind of bump off the top.
Like a lot of flailing arm work there. It definitely looked like he went, like James said, flying. Like he was up there.
I think the best part and something that's underrated about Joe is that like when it's time to bump and sell for the babyface, like he's very good at it.
He's there.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that can, a lot of guys can control a match or whatever or be on top as a heel.
Sure.
But to be able to bump and sell for the babyface is like such a crazy underrated skill that not a lot of people have. Like I think Adam Priest is one of the best at bumping and selling for the babyface. Nowadays.
Yeah, dude.
He gives you like the old Southern sells and shit.
Yeah, he's plucked right out of like a Mr. Perfect handbook. Like, he's crazy with it.
So Joe counters with a Manhattan drop into the sit kick, and he goes for the senton combo, but they face 100 times, baby. Daniels gets the knees up.
Let's go.
Daniels runs at him, but Joe catches him with a snap power slam for a 2. This is like real, like, oh man, just, I don't know. Like there's something like we know all these spots. I know every fucking spot they're doing here, and the way they're able to, but the way he's able to like counter it. And it's just like, wow, this is such like galaxy brain put together here. Yeah, like putting this together. It's like, okay, sit kick, senton, knees. Fuck it, I'm gonna run at you. Snap power slam. Like you think like, oh, this is Joe's move. No, it's Daniels. Daniels runs at him. Oh wait, no, it is Joe's move. Up and over, it's just crazy.
And it's all simple stuff like, senton counter into snap power slam. The crowd's like twirling towels. They're like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, this guy's just fucking sick. Joe throws a line. Daniel stops him, hits a blue thunder bomb for a 2.9.
Fucking nutty looking, man, because Joe snatched him up out of a back suplex attempt. He palm strikes him in the wound. Then Joe hits the ropes. Daniels blocks a lariat. Blue thunder bomb for a 2.9. And then Daniels picks up Joe. Joe starts unloading just slaps to his face.
Yeah, I thought this was awesome. Like it's like, okay, so Snap Power Slam 2, Blue Thunder Bomb 2.9.
Yes.
So now we know the urgency is like through the roof.
We're almost there.
Yeah, when we stand back up, fuck the bullshit. Boom,
Time to
boom,
go.
boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so Joe's throwing these crazy slaps. Daniels is fighting back, punching the shit out of him, slapping him back.
The shit out of him. Yeah,
Joe
dude.
just starts fucking throwing kicks and shit. I'm like, wow, the urgency is crazy. Daniels hits the STO. He goes up. He points at the fucking turnbuckle. BME. Joe kicks out at 2.
I was like, wow. For some reason, I forgot. I was just so invested. I was like, holy fuck, Joe loses here. And I was like, wait, no, he doesn't.
Yeah,
but
Joe.
I was there.
Dude, yeah, I know that Joe doesn't take the pin here. And I'm like, he's taking the pin.
Yeah. It's awesome.
So Joe kicks out at 2. Daniels then gets Joe on the top rope here. Joe gets a hold of Daniels, and I couldn't fucking believe my eyes. Off the top rope, jumps Samoa Joe, and he hits Christopher Daniels with the Island Driver.
Yeah,
First
dude,
time ever in TNA. He gets the
Wow.
3, and he's the new X Division champion.
Dude, yeah. Island Driver's fucking Emerald Flosion. He does this off the top to Daniels.
Yeah, like he's sitting on the top. I think it's off the second, but like,
Yes,
it was. In my mind, it's a top rope Island Driver myself. I
Dude.
agree.
And Daniels getting him up there was so sick. Like, he loads him up to the top rope, hits him with a gnarly palm strike that, like, rocks Joe. And then Joe caught him, Island Driver. I was losing my mind. And Joe won the belt here.
Don West is going nuts on this shit, man. That's the Island Driver. Mike today's like, that's the Island Driver. This is the first time he's ever done this in TNA.
Man, what a great fucking match.
Yeah, no, I thought that was yeah, man. This is what it's all about, boys. I don't know what to tell you other than that.
Yeah.
If you don't watch this and like feel something, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, we just don't live in the same world, I don't think.
No, yeah, man. It's just shit means something to us, man.
Well, that's not it because, you know, Joe celebrates his new X Division champion, but some of the lights go out. I don't know why all the lights didn't go out.
Oh, you know what would have been sick is if they announced some like bullshit ass matches, like, I don't know, just fucking jobber versus jobber guy, right?
Yeah.
And then they would have been like, oh, those matches are happening because they're still going. You know,
shit.
like
Yeah.
that's what WCW would have done.
WCW would do that, yeah.
Yeah, like we have these matches and then it's like, oh, those matches will get rescheduled for another time because we're going to keep you right here in this match for the X Division title.
That's awesme, bro. Chavo and Mike Enos are pissed.
Yeah, well, you can run that on Saturday night. Get the fuck out of here, man. The real dudes are fucking going at it. Full dick and balls, man.
Real full dick and balls, man. All out and shit. But yeah, so some of the lights go out. There's a spotlight on Joe, and Sabu's music plays.
He has never been pinned. Wait a minute.
One thing we know, April 23rd night, lockdown on pay-per-view. Samoa.
And his Tron is playing too, and Joe's just staring at it.
I gotta be real with you, man. I didn't know he was facing Sabu at lockdown here. So the lights go out and Sabu's music plays, and then like, I'm like, what the fuck? Is he like
shit,
in the X
Sabu?
Division?
Hell yeah, he is. He gets a shot at the belt, I guess, right?
Yeah,
No?
if he shows up.
Yeah, he shows up, and they go 6 minutes in a cage.
Oh man, Sabu said, I ain't got much for you, dude.
Oh, dude, Daniels faces low key on that show
Oh, I think that was a stinker though.
and loses.
Yeah, I think that was a stinker.
Oh man.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so Sabu and Joe, he doesn't show up like you mentioned earlier. So Joe is just looking at lights off, like Tron. All right.
Dude, if Joe should have did the Scott Hall promo here. Hey, Sabu didn't show up. He punked out because he's a punk.
What are you gonna do? Fire me? I don't care. I don't
I don't care about Terry Brunk. I don't give a fuck.
So they go backstage. Jeremy Borash introduces Sting.
Yeah, dude. So Borash, it's just Borash on camera. And then a black bat comes off the screen, and JB looks down at it, and he doesn't stop talking. He's not like scared of it or anything. He's
I have to do my job.
The fuck is this? Well, Sting comes in, and he looks good, man.
He looks incredible, man. He looks so good here.
Why don't I remember him like? I guess maybe I just didn't care about that at the time or something. Or I was like, I'm more impressed with how Sting looked then now than I was then. Like, it wasn't even a thought of mine then.
Because we watched Sting wrestle in a t-shirt for 7 years.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, that was like that was a bad era. Like, that was a bad era for Sting.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
rough. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, Joker Sting with the Joker Sting shirt.
Yeah, just wrestling the shirt, and he's beating
Sucks.
guys in the main event for the world title. It's just like, man, I remember because we were watching at the time, still watching TNA, and like fucking between Jeff Hardy and fucking shirt Sting, it's just like, dude,
RVD. Yeah,
yeah,
come
this
on,
is
man.
crazy. Like when we got the reprieve of a Bobby Roode and a Austin Aries reign, we were like, oh, thank God.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
And then, it just goes back to fucking Sting and doing whatever there. So,
Well, Sting is here, and he says, of course, woo! That's his thing.
Ooh,
He
that's
says
the thing.
that.
Woo.
He says he wants to be in the middle of the ring. He loves the way the crowd sounds, and before God and man, I issued a challenge to Jeff Jarrett, and we'll see if he's got the stomach for it. And as rumor goes, I heard he spent a lot of time in the bathroom tonight. Isn't that true, Jeff?
They locked him in there. Big Vito did it.
It was an impromptu monster's ball.
You taking a shit in there? Smells like shit here.
Sting is knocking on the bathroom door. The bat is Jarrett's taking a shit. Hey, you want to wrestle? You want to wrestle?
Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Come out here, bro.
I'm trying to take a shit.
Dude, Sting then just says to Jarrett, you got to be nerved out of your mind, which sounds like something you would say.
Isn't that true, Jeff? You are got to be nerved out of your mind. You are.
Yeah, you're right. Nerves the long way.
Well, Sting says, as far as my team and who's on my team, we'll talk about that later. It's showtime, folks. I'm like, team? What the fuck is he talking about? Because this is the first mention on this show
Smoking.
that Sting is that Sting is not only on lockdown, but he has a team. So I was like, team? What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, these are Sting's warriors.
Just warrior. What'd you say? Warrior.
So yeah, we go back to the commentary table. Don West and Mike Tenay are here, the GOAT
Goats.
commentary team.
Yes, dude.
Sting wrestles for the first time on national TV in 5 years.
What?
AMW versus Team 3D in a street fight.
Oh, yeah. And let's go to TNA interviewed Christian Cage, the current NWA champion, 1 week away from his defense against Abyss. So I think this episode is either a week or 2 weeks after the episode where Abyss drowns Christian.
Oh yeah, we watched that one. It's
We
all
have
about it.
watched that. Yeah, we have watched that, which is a great fucking segment, man. They recap it here, and like, damn, man, I forgot how fucking funny this was. Abyss in a pool.
Dude, Abyss
drowning
went to Christian's house and then tried to drown him in his own fucking shit. He said, I'm jumping in.
he throws Christian in the pool, and Christian flip bumps.
Canyon style.
Yeah, oh my god, what a great way to put that. Yeah, Canyon style is a perfect visual. Today said he interviewed Christian, but Christian's just talking here, and today's not asking any
They cut all the
questions.
Today part out.
Yeah, fuck you. Today is
Today was just making this weird fucking face the whole time. He said, all right, cut all that.
God damn it, we can't show that you look insane. They recap James Mitchell, who is Abyss's manager at the time here, stalking Christian's house and his wife while Christian is away filming a movie.
My wife.
The fuck movie was he filming?
Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember a Christian
Mummy
movie?
4.
The House of 1,000 Corpses. Christian says when he was away filming the movie and he got a call that his wife was getting stalked, he felt helpless and enraged that something like that could happen. I still had to get this fucking movie done, though, babe. I mean, like,
What year? This is 06, right?
yeah, this is 6. Yeah.
I have no fucking clue. Shoot 'em up.
I'm actually in Toronto as we speak right now on set, filming a role for an action thriller movie called Shoot 'em Up, which is starring Oscar nominees Clive Owen and Paul Giamatti.
Was he in this? Shoot 'em up.
Who's else is in that?
People also ask, does Christian Cage have a wife?
Did you look up Christian Cage movies?
Yeah, I did. I forgot his real
Christian
name.
movie.
Is it
And then
Christian
I just got
Cage?
a bunch of Christian movies.
Oh, you're just looking up Christian movies?
Yeah, I got on a whole other subgenre.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
Paul-
on Shoot 'em Up. He was on Dark Rising. He was on WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2006.
Oh shit, Shelton Benjamin's good at that game.
It was probably Shoot 'em Up or Dark Rising.
Okay, sure. Both fucking awesome movies, I bet.
I'm sure.
But yeah, I mean, he couldn't stop doing the movie, man. You got to deal with this. Go deal with Abyss and James Mitchell, babe. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, she calls him on the phone.
Abyss is in our pool. Hey, all right, well, fucking let him in. I don't know. What do you want from me?
I love the idea that Christian went to TNA. He still doesn't know his coworker's name. Abyss and James Mitchell are here. Who the hell's that? Well, tell him to leave.
You said Viscera's there? He stole my fucking move.
Yeah, tell him I'll be right there.
I got some for his ass. So, yeah, James Mitchell was, like I said, stalking them, and James Mitchell's in his house now. Christian's wife just let them in, and James Mitchell's in the house.
Because those are his coworkers. Yeah. Hey, it's me, James Mitchell, and
we
my
work
friend
with
Abyss.
Christian Cage.
We work with Christian Cage. I'm sorry, what?
Dude, his wife's got a bedazzled flip phone, which is kind of crazy. It's like the most 2006 phone I've ever seen in my life.
Awesome.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah. James Mitchell tells Christian's wife she doesn't need to call the cops, just to tell your husband that we'll see him soon. And Christian says,
I'm calling the cops.
The cops are actually on their way already, and they're going to kill you, man.
Wait, man, is that Joseph Parks? Oh my God, Joseph Parks, come on in.
No, wait a second. That's the monster Abyss. He shot his mom, I heard.
That's my brother, Abyss.
Or his dad, whatever. My brother, Abyss. James Mitchell says Christian left his wife alone and vulnerable.
You want to do some coke? No.
I'm calling the fucking cops. Come on. Christian says that she's not a part of the roster, and that was going over the line. And then he in-ring promo asks Abyss if he's ready to die at Lockdown.
I like that, man. Hell yeah.
Dude, I did too. He's fired the fuck up. And Christian says when Abyss dunked him under the water, which we did watch, he saw his life flash before his eyes. He remembered, 5-second poses and losing to John Cena.
and Viscera stealing his fucking move.
The
you fucking bitch.
Fired.
Dude, yeah, I mean, he must have just found that Tomko got fired. He's got a fucked up week here, man. It's horrible. Christian says this isn't another title defense for him. This didn't have to be personal, but they made it personal. I like this segment. I'm making fun of it, but Christian is a good fucking promo, man.
He is. I like him with the NWA World Championship.
Me too, dude. I actually do too.
He did too, and he didn't win any other title other than that one. So AMW versus Team 3D is up next. This is a street fight scheduled for one. AMW is out here with Gail Kim and Jackie. Jackie Gata, of course.
Oh, yes. She was WWE. She was with Rico and also with Charlie Haas.
Yeah, I know her more for the Charlie Haas stuff, I think.
Yeah,
because they were dating in real life, I think.
Sure. Yeah, that's right.
They are all in white. Even Jackie and Gail Kim's in a gray top, so I'll take that as white too. So yeah, I was excited for some blood here.
So Jackie Gata is getting bullied by AMW and Gail Kim.
Gail Kim invited Jackie Gata into AMW so she could bully the shit out of her.
Which is, and it's working. Team 3D come out. Brother Ray he has an American flag, and I don't understand that until later, where they say that they're wrestling Team Canada at the pay-per-view. I thought
they were just going for cheap pops. I was like, okay.
They're bringing the American flag, and they're gonna get heat on America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, that's my thought. I was like, wait a minute, is James Storm not from America?
Dude, Chris Harris, I was saying Chris Jericho. Chris Harris has a gigantic USA flag jacket at some point, man. Devon, I think we talk about this every time we see Devon in TNA. This guy is a monster.
I love this look. I love this Devon look.
Me too.
It's like a legendary look to me. I think Devon, they could have. Obviously, Team 3D was a big deal in 2006 for TNA to have in that division, but Devon could have been whatever he wanted to be at this point. I think he could have lasted in any
reverend?
Division. Like anything good.
Yeah. Well, you were just specify,
Yeah, sorry. What I meant to say was I think he could have been world champion here as his gimmick here. Let me make sure I get that clear.
Right. Sorry.
I think that Christian and Devon, I mean, even if he just went in for one rotation to lose,
sure,
Christian and Devon would have been a fine main event for TNA at the time.
A lot of story there.
Yeah, it would have been good.
Yeah, I don't think TNA was selling their pay-per-views on as much as I like the Christian run, it's like his opponents for the most part were Jarrett or fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, right.
Yeah, I think they could have snuck a Devon.
Oh my god!
Put him in a tables match. It would have sold.
I was gonna say a TLC match. What the fuck? That's easy.
Oh yeah, that would have been awesome.
Oh, that would have been very cool.
Yeah, it's fucking Full Metal Mayhem. Whatever. I don't care. It's easy.
Anyways, Devon will be TV champ at some point in the future, and he will bring his kids on, and he will yell at them.
And they will kill that title in that run as well.
Legends,
Yeah,
TV,
they will.
Whatever.
And Eric Young will also get the TNA World title with the bird on it out of the trash can for some reason and shit on that whole era of TNA, which
hey,
everyone
what the
liked
fuck?
a lot.
Yeah.
Eric!
That's bullshit, man.
Yeah, so Team 3D run in here, man, and beat their ass and toss them out of the ring.
By the way, I'm more mad now because I didn't even make the connection that they were wearing white and didn't bleed, and now I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah, I know. I was excited. I saw them all come out, and I said, whoa, they're all in white. This is awesome.
You think maybe they planned that before? They just didn't know that Daniels was gigging crazy?
I'm sure they were like, oh yeah, they're like texting each other, oh yeah, guys, we're gonna bleed crazy tonight, and then they came there and Bubba said, I'm all right.
Yeah, come on, that's not even a pay-per-view, bro. We're on Thursday,
dude. We fucking all got white on, except for you.
Why is that?
Team 3D run in and beat their ass, toss them out of the ring. This leads to Gail and Jackie getting in the ring for whatever reason.
Why? Yeah, why?
Just so they could be in front of the fans, I think, so the fans could see it.
Yeah, Gail slaps the shit out of Jackie in the corner.
Yeah.
And then Team 3D, of course, signal that they're going to 3D her. But AMW stops that. They glom Team 3D from behind, and everyone.
I love this. Devon's just in the background, like crouched down. I was like, oh shit.
You see the crowd behind him throwing up the threes too. I said, oh no.
So Devon hits a double clothesline when we come back from commercial, makes the tag to Bubba or Brother Ray, if you want to call him that.
I don't. Tags in a street fight.
Ooh, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
I think that this was a different match, and then they they just decided street fight because, like, even at the end, it doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense,
dude. The ending, actually, yeah, you're right. Okay, that's
but I enjoyed
fair.
the plunder to it, and it was fun in ring. So I was cool with it.
I just got just a little nitpick.
Yeah, I love shitting on Team 3D. So yeah. So Bubba throws everyone out of the ring, and this is where they do the fight on the outside part of this match. They have, of course, the U.S. flag. They came in with the U.S. flag during this part because they say this on commentary because Team Canada keeps fucking with them.
Yes, and they have a scheduled match against Team Canada at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, apparently Team Canada buried them in the Canadian flag or something. I don't know, something like that.
That's right. I think that's right. And it's a 6 sides of steel flag match at the pay-per-view.
Yes.
And the winning team gets their national anthem played.
All right.
Yeah, what the fuck is that, man? Come on.
TNA pay-per-views were so fucking all over the place all the time.
They were.
Yeah, well, that was like one of TNA's biggest things, I think. And Jarrett talks about it too when they were talking about starting TNA is they wanted a little bit of everything. And when you try to serve everybody, you serve nobody.
Dude,
like,
you're right.
I definitely think that you have to... I'm not saying the whole show should be the same match.
No.
But there's a certain stylistic choice you have to make.
There's a house style.
Yeah, and like TNA refused to pick one.
But all they had for this was the winners get their anthem played. Like, that's what Team 3D care about. These dudes have been killing them, bloodying them.
USA! This means something to Bubba.
That's Brother Ray to you.
That's Brother Ray to you. He's Bubba. Not even Bubba, he's Bubba.
Bubba.
They should have brought out Hacksaw to help him win. That would have been crazy.
Yeah,
get that USA
man.
pop.
Hacksaw would have had a better match, too.
Dude, Hacksaw would have had a very good match. Yeah. Very good opener 7.
Brother Hacksaw, brother. That would have been awesome.
Brother Hacksaw!
Oh my god, that's the 4th litter of the run.
That's actually who runs out at the end is Brother Hacksaw. It wasn't Spike.
Dude, that would have been awesome.
So Devon and Chris Harris fight into the crowd here. Bubba rips James Storm's wife beater because he says, "You're not going to need this thing."
Yeah, he chops the shit out of him too.
Yeah, they fight into the crowd. Devon hits Chris Harris with a title belt from the table, and Bubba throws James Storms into the wall and fucking breaks it, I'm sure. Dude, I'm sure he said, I shouldn't have to pay for it. I don't know. Like, we're just in the heat of the match. I shouldn't have to pay for this.
This fucking happens all the time, oddly enough. Yeah, dude. So like, I think Devon. They like do 2 spots into this wall in the crowd, and TNA on the first one, when it doesn't break, calls it a steel wall, and then
Turns the tide on the Wildcat, and that wall, that steel wall, unforgiving, and now!
fucking Bubba throws him in, breaks it. It is no longer steel. What the fuck happened?
Because it's painted like steel. I love this stupid fucking wall. I loved all this TNA Impact Zone shit, man. Yeah, they did some good shit here. The industrial look worked really well for the 4-3 TNA era.
It did. It was a great fucking look. But also, Brother Ray then hits James Storm in the head with a fans title. I don't know. I'm assuming it was a WWE belt.
Yeah, dude, it was a replica belt, and Mike Tenay goes, I don't know what belt that was. We have the belts over here. The real ones.
The real titles here.
So the crowd chants, we want tables. James Storm kicks Bubba and signals, fuck you to the crowd. James Storm then hits the last call super kick on Devon, but Bubba tosses James Storm over the ropes. Chris Harris runs in with a big leaping clothesline for a 2.
Yes.
Bubba cuts himself off with a senton, and Chris Harris hits Bubba right in the head with a trash can.
Yeah, James Storm throws a trash can into Chris Harris, and he turns around, hits Brother Ray with it, and Brother Ray just kind of stands there and does a flare flop.
Yeah, and there was a weird transition on the screen.
Dude, Windows Movie Maker effect where it just slides into the same camera shot.
Yeah, I think what happened is there's on-screen graphics that didn't make it to this cut.
There's definitely is at some point like noises without lower thirds.
That's
so
in
I
the
think
main,
you're right.
Yeah. So AMW sets up for a death sentence on the trash can.
Which would have been sick, by the way.
Dude, it would have been fucking awesome. And Devon probably called that too. He said, yeah, death sentence on the trash can. And then Bubba said, well, I don't know, guys.
No.
Bubba then pushes Chris Harris off the top. He goes feet first over the cameraman. Yeah, look gnarly.
Was nuts. I wish they would have showed the shot from the camera guy, but I think maybe the camera guy was pointed at the ring, so he didn't like.
I don't know if the camera guy saw that coming.
Yeah, I don't think Chris Harris saw it coming either because he had to go far.
So Team 3D then hits the D3, but Team Canada comes out and pulls the ref, and they start attacking Team 3D.
Yeah, fucking 2 count on D3. I've never heard it called that. That's awesome, by the way. D3 is the reverse 3D, by the way, which is very clever. 2 count. PD Williams pulls the ref. And that wasn't enough because he clotheslines him too? I said, hey, what the fuck? Why'd you do that? If this was WCW, that ref would get up and kick the shit out of you, man. You're not fucking with the refs.
Can you name everyone that was in Team Canada out here?
Yes, I can.
Oh, good. Okay.
But I don't want to.
No, I would like you to name them.
Oh, well, all right. So Team Canada's here. PD Williams is, of course, here. By the way, funny, before I do that, fucking PD pulls the ref, clotheslines him, and Tenay yells, the Canadians have interfered!
Wait a minute! It's Petey Williams from Team Canada. He just pulled Flip Johnson, the referee, out and just clotheslined him. The Canadians have interfered.
It's a CZW call.
Fucking Canadians.
What do you guys think?
So Team 3D yell at Petey on the outside, and then the members of Team Canada come out, like Eric Young and Bobby Roode. And Petey Williams is also out there. And they all jump Team 3D.
This is from worst to best. And then also A1.
No. We're not talking about A1.
Yeah, hell yeah. A1 was out here. He looked good, dude, man. He was looking good.
Dude, you sent me a list of like the salaries of TNA from this era, and A1 isn't even on there, brother. He's not even fucking considered.
Because he moved on, man. You know what I mean? To greener pastures, brother.
Yeah, hell no. Dude, fuck that guy, man. He's not doing shit
A1,
for me.
I don't know if you knew that or not. A1 becomes Kazuchika Okada.
Oh, I don't fucking know that, actually.
Yeah, sorry. I just gave you some information.
Dude,
maybe if you learned something about fucking wrestling.
Dude, goddamn, I hate the A1.
So they set up Devon on a table, and of course, Spike Dudley makes the save.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, that's Brother Runt.
That's the run of the 3D litter. Dude, here, they don't have a name for him yet, I don't think. Because I don't even think they call him Brother Runt yet. So, like, I guess they're just saying, he runs out, and fucking Don West says, he's here! Here he is!
Devon through the table! Wait a minute! There he is! There he is, the other member! It's 3D's brother! It's the run of the 3D litter! You ready for an acid drop?
The other member! It's 3D's brother! What? It's the run to the 3D litter! And then Spike Dudley goes through all the cheese, bro.
He does.
Dude, running headbutt cheese, low blow to A1, acid drop to Bobby Roode running off of A1's chest, then corner stomp cheese to someone, Petey in the corner. I was like, holy shit, he's going through the whole shit here, man. His whole moveset. The crowd's so fired up for Brother Run.
This is a huge Thursday night Impact moment.
It's the other member.
He's here.
And then, of course, they have to hit the 3D on the shittiest member of Team Canada, which, oh, look at that. It's A1.
You always hit the 3D on the best member. It's just how it always works
No,
out.
I don't. That's weird. They did it different here then. That's
He hit
crazy.
the 3D and immediately learned how to do the Rainmaker backstage. And things worked out well for him. And now he calls people a bitch on TV. So it works out well.
This is not fucking right. Don't listen to this guy.
Get your lore
and you know
up.
what? The D3 doesn't make any sense either. Fuck
Oh,
you.
no, come on. The D3 is
Yeah, I'm
awesome.
taking it back.
I
No,
kind of like
fuck
the
you.
D3.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. No, it's awesome. I can't wait down the
You can go to hell. You
floor.
can go straight to hell.
Did you really? That was impressive.
Yeah.
So they 3D fucking A1 through a table. Team 3D all celebrate, and Brother Runt stands on A1, who is in the table still as they celebrate, which is pretty sweet.
So now it's time for TNA Global Impact.
Dude, yeah, I mean, they're going all over the world. This is an international product here, TNA Global Impact. And on this edition of TNA Global Impact, they take you to Virginia.
What the fuck?
That is awesome. Let's go.
Yeah,
We're on the road.
that threw me off crazy.
That shit's awesome, man. The Global Impact in TNA. We're in Martinsville, Virginia.
All
right.
But hey, don't worry, James. It's a fucking, this is a big global show because we got NASCAR legends Michael Waltrip and Daryl Waltrip and Scotty Riggs.
No, just Scott. No why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just Scott
He
Riggs.
didn't have an eye patch, so I guess that makes more sense. And Kyle Petty, and two TNA legends, motherfucking Hermie Sadler and Jeff Hammond are here as well.
Hell
God damn
yeah.
it.
Dude, Martinsville, Virginia has a population of 13,725.
Global.
That's funny as shit.
Baby steps, baby steps.
it was
Yeah,
a house
so
show.
how did this work? Would they take the truck from Florida to Virginia?
The truck.
They probably partnered with the house with a local.
Yeah, Jarrett was good at that. Jarrett was
He was.
really good at that. Having guys on retainer to do that.
That's awesome. Yeah, you're right.
I like the Global Impact. They do this for a while actually, where they just kind of tell you what's going on outside the world of the TV show.
It threw me off crazy. Global Impact. I thought it was like, oh shit, they did like a UK tour probably.
No, it's an indie show.
In Virginia.
I think Jarrett's still doing like this touring. So he's doing GFWs back again and doing like baseball stadiums again. I don't know.
I think he just likes promoting shows. Honestly, I
loves
think
that
that's
shit.
what
He
it
loves
is.
for some reason he loves the baseball stadium shows. It must be easy for him to get or something, but he loves that shit.
Yeah, it's probably an easy get. You know what I mean?
It's not only an easy get, but it's an easy sell. Like you don't.
Sure.
Hey, this is a baseball stadium show. You guys fuck with baseball, right? Or like,
oh hell yeah.
Or like even when a casual fan, right? Like they're not going to go to like the VFW hall, but if you tell them it's at like PNC Arena,
sure,
they'll
yeah,
go
that's
to
true.
PNC
Yeah,
Arena.
that's
you know?
Yeah, that's true. Also, unfortunately, they say, this is what they say on this Global Impact recap. Unfortunately, NASCAR announcer Jeff Hammond found out the hard way why TNA is the new face of pro wrestling. And I was like, first of all, I didn't know Jeff Hammond was like a heel here. I don't know why he's finding out anything. Second of all, what could have possibly happened that Jeff Hammond discovers that TNA is like a big deal now? Well, he discovers this by Jeff Jarrett hitting him in the head with a guitar. That's how Hulk Hogan found out too in Japan, motherfucker.
Yeah. So Jeff Hammond gets hit by a guitar in Martinsville, VA. All right.
Fuck yeah. Let's talk
Let's
about
go.
Sting.
So we go to a pre-tape. Sting talks about his final resolution.
Wow, yeah, this is a crazy promo, man. Was this Sting, though, or was this Steve Borden?
Steve Borden.
Dude, the promo opens with Sting in a chair, and Sting says, I came. I said, oh, I came. And it was exactly what I said it was. Oh, it was a fucking lot. That's awesome. Sting says, to me, the perfect night. I didn't want anything to taint it, but something did. My wife, my 3 kids. That's why I came back. Dude, yeah, he's just rambling. I was just, what the fuck are you talking about? And then, so Sting's return comes after Alex Shelley has been like stalking it. A lot of stalking family angles at this time. Alex Shelley was stalking Sting's family in a lot of places. We should have asked him about that.
It was Paparazzi Productions,
yeah,
right?
why are you stalking Sting for? Then Steve Borden comes back and attacks Planet Jarrett. And then at the same time, Scott Steiner debuts and attacks Steve Borden. And then they unlock the fucking sickest combo move ever, which is Scott Steiner doing the Steiner recliner to Steve Borden and Jarrett doing a seated guitar shot. Which was so sick.
This is like a dream come true. I mean, like, this is every WCW fan is like, holy fucking shit, man. Like, I have the closure I needed.
Yeah, this is sick as fuck, man. Seated guitar shot. It's like,
That's what Sting thought Vince McMahon was going to do to him when he went to WWE. He just let it happen to TNA.
Triple H was going to sit on the floor and hit him with a sledgehammer.
Indian Deadlock or whatever.
Dude, I think that did happen in WWE. Actually,
Yeah,
I
That's
don't know
true.
about it. WrestleMania, we were there, James.
I do remember that, Tony. We were drinking
It was a
beers.
sledgehammer and one.
We were drunk, just fucking laughing. Fucking Scott Hall comes down with the arms.
Dude, me and you were laughing so hard. Ha ha ha! I wonder if Triple H will win. Ha ha! That'd be so funny if Triple H won. Ha ha ha! No way he'd do that.
Fucking Scott Hall coming down with the arms. Oh shit! Here he comes.
Hope he doesn't fuck this up.
Hey, you're a jabroni, Sting. You can work for the WWE.
Dude, Scott Hall does come up in this, by the way, somehow. So yeah, Jarrett and Steiner invent the Steiner recliner seated guitar shot.
That's awesome based.
Which is
Love
fucking
that.
awesome. And then they show highlights of Steiner's reign of terror after debuting here, which includes military press slamming Shark Boy and Steiner reclinering Norman Smiley.
No.
What the fuck
They were
is happening
yelling
here?
at Norman Smiley too in the Steiner
The
recliner.
lifeblood of TNA is being taken out, man. What are they doing? Oh my god! Please don't forget they hit Chase Stevens with a chair.
No.
Fuck!
Chase Stevens is the Naturals,
Sting
right?
out.
Yeah, the Naturals.
Yeah, he's one half of the Naturals. Come on, man.
Naturally gifted. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, man, and something needs to be fucking done about this, man. And Sting says in order for TNA to
I
succeed,
bet Chase Stevens was like, "Oh fuck yeah, I finally get paid. This is awesome. Like this is sick." Like they bring him in for all these tapings and never use him. They're like, "Can we hit you with a chair? Do I get paid for it?" Yeah. Oh yeah.
I forgot about that. If you're not on TV, you don't get paid. Or
Yeah, that was like that era. Yeah, you had to be
on TV. Hell yeah.
dude, hit me with all the chairs. Put a fucking whole chair riot the building on me, man. I don't give a shit.
All right, but we're not paying for your rental or your hotel.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe we are. I don't know.
Yeah, Sting says in order for TNA to succeed, the cancer that is growing here needs to be cut away, and the nucleus of that cancer is Jeff Jarrett. Sting straight up in this promo says, I wanted to do war games. I'll just do 6 sides of steel instead.
Damn. All right. Hey.
Yeah, fucking buddy.
Dude, he casually says, yeah, you heard of War Games? Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
What I wanted to see happen was a special match. When I wanted to get revenge, War Games. You remember War Games? How about 6 sides of steel?
That was
Hey,
awesome.
fuck you, man. Hey, let me tell you something. We got Chase Stevens over here, all right? You understand?
Yeah, Shark Boy's in fucking peril. Help me, Steve. God damn it. So, yeah, this is where they introduce Lethal Lockdown. There's going to be a ceiling on top of that thing. No place to run or hide. That's what
They
he says.
created this just for Sting.
Because he wanted to do war games, and they said, oh, we'll fucking just put a roof on it, man. Which, I mean, Lethal Lockdown is awesome.
It is
Yeah,
awesome.
it is awesome. It is cool.
What a great gimmick. Like, fucking everyone getting in and then a ceiling lowering with weapons. What the fuck?
Then AJ Styles jumping through the hole,
Yeah. Oh, my God, dude. Yeah.
flipping his arm crazy.
AJ bumped off that, right? Or no?
The table.
Yeah.
There was a
Holy
table up
shit.
there? Yeah.
There was a
the
table
table
up there. They did a ladder on top of it, too.
That's
Yeah.
right. Did he ever fall off of it, though? Like, to the floor? Why do I feel like I remember that? Like, through the announce table?
There was one where he was on top of the shark cage in King of the Mountain, and he did a flip
maybe
off
okay.
of it.
I'm combining these two. I think. Yeah. Okay. Still, I mean, AJ Styles is the GOAT, by the way.
Yeah. Do you remember when Canyon got thrown off the fucking triple cage?
Yeah. Do
Flip
you remember
bump
when
on the stage?
Christian got flipped into a pool?
Yeah, they started drowning him. Help!
That was crazy.
I just came home.
I just got done filming Shoot 'Em Up. So they show shots. I guess there was like a thing where Jarrett Steiner and like his boys are in the ring, and random groups of people were showing up in the upper stands of the Impact Zone, cutting promos on them. So there's just AJ Styles standing with Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt with a hat, and Chris Sabin with frosted tips.
Chris Sabin is insane looking in this era.
Dude,
I just want everybody to understand. Not only
is.
frosted tips, but hair crazy. Just fucking all over the place, man. You have to look at his picture of him.
Like lightning bolt gear and jacket with alien.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And AJ's on the mic, and I replayed this shit because it made me laugh. AJ looks in the ring at Jarrett and Steiner, and he says, "You want a war?"
And weapons are hung from the cage. You want a war?
Dude, I had to rewind that like 5 times. Like, who said that?
And then they also show the team of Ron Killings, who obviously eventually becomes R-Truth. Ron Killings, Andy Douglas, Norman Smiley, and Shark Boy, who I guess are all guys that Steiner's been beating up for the last few weeks. And R-Truth's war cry is, "What's up?"
We all have had enough. If you feel me, stand up and say what's up.
Dude, he loves saying what's up.
I don't know if people know that he was doing that here. Like, the What's Up song was in TNA first.
I don't know if anyone knows much about that. They know he was NWA champion.
Right, yeah, Ron the Truth.
Yeah, but I don't know if they know much about him outside of that.
Do they even think, you think people know that R stands for Ron?
I definitely don't think that.
Yeah, maybe
I
not.
definitely don't think that, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it'll be Sting's army. Sting's Warriors.
The Warriors.
Against Jarrett's army. A barbaric reckoning is set to unfold. I don't know why. I'd love, like, that means nothing to me. A barbaric reckoning is set to unfold, but it sounds cool as shit in a video package.
Yeah, that shit means absolutely nothing, but like, yeah, it sounds like it does, which is very cool.
Fuck yeah, there is whatever you just said.
So we go backstage. Jeremy Borash is here.
JB.
With Jeff Jarrett and the boys.
Yeah, JB is talking to Jarrett, and Jarrett says, "I'll tell you how I'm going to respond to Sting, JB. I have never, ever backed down from a challenge. I've always taken matters in my own hands, and tonight is no different. Sting, I'm going to teach you that you should have never challenged me, and you should have stayed in California, and you should have never come back to TNA. And you said one thing right tonight, that it's showtime. You darn right that it's showtime." Eric Young, showtime, Eric Young, get up here. I said, oh, fuck, that is awesome. So Eric Young comes up, and Jarrett says, "I'm going to give you the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm going to put you in the match with Sting." And then all the boys are chanting, "Eric, Eric." I said, oh, shit.
Dude, Jarrett says, "I'm going to make you the opportunity of a lifetime." And EY says, "I don't want it."
Young, showtime, Eric Young, get up here. I'm going to give you the opportunity of a lifetime. I don't want it. I am going to put you in the match against Sting. You can do it, Eric. I'm ready. Guys, let's hear it. Eric, Eric, Eric. Come on, baby.
Eric Young, underrated TNA backbone. What a fucking, he would do everything.
Yeah, like you definitely need the guy who's like this on the roster, and like EY was so good at it. Like, because he's such a good wrestler. Like, he's actually like a really, really good wrestler.
To watch. Yeah.
And like when he, like, you'll see it in this match with Sting, he's just bumping and feeding like crazy. Like, he's just so good at it. Yeah.
So I think leading up to this, the angle was that Eric Young is the only one that believed that Sting was coming back, and he was paranoid.
Sure.
And that leads to this.
I mean, he also is just paranoid all the time, and he's also scared of everything all the time.
That's also
he has to be talked into like everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, great fucking gimmick. Eric Young is tremendous. Is he still in TNA?
He is. Yeah, he is in TNA.
Dude, oh my God, Frankie Kazarian almost killed him. God damn, that's right.
That, the flux capacitor?
Off the top through the table.
What happened to your ear recently? It almost fell off.
It was obviously very serious. I had a huge cut on the back of my ear from a table spot I did with Frankie. Totally my fault. I'm doing the Spanish Fly, and I know when he does it, he kind of goes sideways a bit, kind of turns to one side. And in my head, he went this way, but he actually doesn't. He goes this way, and I'm going this way, and he's going that way. And I ended up busting the table with my head. I mean, really, I probably should be dead if you watch the clip. And as soon as I hit, you can just see the blood just stream down. So the internet does what the internet does, and his ear got ripped off. And I'm like, oh, man, that sounds awesome. I'm not going to correct them. I'm just going to let them say whatever they want.
First.
Yeah, I mean, that is sick as fuck.
Dude, that shit was awesome, yeah.
Yeah, that was we watched that in Japan.
Yeah, we watched, what was it, TNA?
It was a pay-per-view.
Yeah, I don't remember what pay-per-view it was.
Snake Eyes, I don't know what it was called.
Hamburger Island. That'd be awesome.
Jake something faced Mustafa Ali on it.
So we have Sting versus Eric.
Global Impact. We're on Hamburger Island.
Hamburger Island, Virginia. And today, Toby Keith is here again. What the fuck?
And the Hamburger is going to find out why TNA is the new face of professional wrestling. And Jeff Jarrett hits him with a guitar.
Oh, and here's the Hamburger. Yeah, guitar. That's right, you skidiot.
Fuck you, skidiot.
So now it's time for Sting versus Eric Young, the featured TNA Impact contest of the night.
Fuck yeah, man. And it's only appropriate. Tenay says it's only appropriate that Sting meet the man that from the very start was convinced he wasn't retired. First time on national TV in 5 years. It's time for Sting.
So EY comes out. He's scared of his pyro, of course. He's with Scott D'Amore.
I fucking pop for that every time, and I think he does it for years, and I pop for it for years.
He does, yeah. That's awesome.
It's fucking tremendous, man. He sells for the pyro. It's fucking sweet.
This was, I mean, he was like a super like board guy. Like no one was really talking about. He didn't have like crazy matches or anything, but he was such an entertaining character. Like everyone kind of just fucked
the boards
with EY
loved him.
Then, yeah. So the ref calls for the bell as after Sting makes his entrance.
Crazy theme.
Yeah, lights going nuts. Yeah,
dude.
Sabu-esque, some would say.
Yeah, Sting should have no-showed too.
He thought about it. So the ref, he said, do I have to face Jarrett? And they said, no, you can face Eric Young. He said, okay, I'll show up.
Is Chase Stevens there? No, he's not. All right, I'll be there.
So the ref calls for the bell, and EY immediately runs out of the ring, and the ref is just like, what the fuck, man?
Scott D'Amore's out there with him, Coach D'Amore, and he's giving EY shit for doing that. And he tells him to focus. EY gets back in the ring, and then Sting standing still in the middle of the ring while EY fucking circles around him and then powders again.
Alex Shelley walks out, comes to ringside with the Paparazzi Productions camera and sets it up ringside because he's going to study some tape.
Oh.
So EY floats over and tries to chop and punch Sting here in the ring, but Sting gives him the old no-sell flex.
Dude, big pop for that. I love that. All the time.
It's one of the best spots ever. It's so simple, and Sting is in fantastic fucking shape here.
Looks
he
great,
flexes
man.
out. I said, oh my God, really? He's like that.
Yeah, I'm giving him the title, all right? Fuck this.
Yeah, Sting house show dives on Shelley and EY.
What's awesome? Yeah,
that was crazy. I was like, all right, damn. I didn't know it's like that.
I wonder how much crazy, because like obviously we've seen what he did in AEW, like probably always was down to do some crazy shit. I wonder if just people either just were afraid to ask him or if he wasn't as fucking crazy until he got older.
Yeah, like he was like, all right, I'm on my last run, time to go nuts. Or maybe Darby Allin was like, look, man, I'm going to kill myself tonight, so, do whatever you want. I'm just going to jump off this fucking shit.
Oh, well, I don't want to look like a bitch. I'm going to jump off it too. Set me on fire after it too. What the fuck?
So Sting throws Shelley into the guardrail and then goes for the Stinger splash on EY on the barricade, but EY moves and EY takes over back in the ring.
Dude,
EY up on Sting is very fucking crazy, by the way.
It is crazy. Sting ate so much shit on that guardrail. He full sent it.
Yeah, it's like a mini guardrail. It's like not super tall either.
And Sting is gigantic, so he almost flips over it.
There is some sound effects going off in the middle of this strike exchange here. I guess there was some on-screen graphic at some point, but not anymore.
Some lower third for Lockdown or for the Dudesons.
Or for Martinsville, Virginia. We're coming back.
Oh, shit. We're doing a 6-month loop.
Yeah, we do our Impact tapings, then we go to Virginia.
It's a big loop.
So EY does the Stinger yell, his version of it, I guess.
Ooh.
and all the weapons so that you won't see anything but all 8 men inside the ring, and that's when the match really
goes for the splash, but gets caught on the top rope. Sting kicks him into the air. He lands crotched on the top rope, and then EY gets SVR'd by Sting.
Oh my God! Thank you, bro. I wrote he fucking SVR cheeses him on the ropes, man. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's awesome too, and like super. Just, I mean, Eric Young has given Sting a great Legend TV match. Like, this shit's awesome.
And I think EY was like, I think I read in the Observer that EY was like obviously a huge Sting mark. So they did this to like, oh, this will be cool for Eric. And I imagine this was probably crazy for him, man. He's on a TV main event against Sting, who hasn't wrestled on TV in 5 years.
Ooh, yeah, that's probably got to be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Sting hits the Stinger Splash in the corner, and Scott D'Amore is up with him on the apron, and he gets hit by the Stinger Splash too. He just wanted to get hit by it too. So this would be awesome.
Here's a mark for it.
Shelly gets on the apron on the other side. Sting hits him off the apron. Sting then puts the Scorpion Death Drop on EY, knocks him back, wins the match.
Fucking easy, man. Yeah, fun little pay-per-view match just to get Sting back in the rotation. But that goddamn Alex Shelley jump Sting from behind. How could he do this?
Yeah, it's because Sting was looking into the paparazzi production camera, and then Shelley just got him from behind. But guess what? Sting doesn't give a shit, because then he puts him in the Scorpion Deathlock.
Dude, immediately, yeah. Puts him in the Scorpion Deathlock, and then Jeff Jarrett comes out with a guitar. I said, oh, shit. Here it goes. So Jarrett comes out with a guitar, slides in the ring. He starts winding up. He's going to brain Sting with it. He goes to hit him with it, but Sting blocks the guitar shot with the bat. It breaks everywhere. Sting makes sure to give it another hit just to make sure it shatters.
I thought that was so cool, the bat breaking it. I'm glad it didn't fuck up.
Wow, that could have went really bad.
It's like that time where like Kurt Angle, what happened with Kurt and the bat, where like he hit someone in the head with it. Do you remember that?
Oh, I think he was trying to block Sting from hitting it, and like it just hit him in the face.
Yeah, it just hit him right in the head.
Yeah, wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
So Jarrett's begging off as Sting is taunting him with the bat, and then America's Most Wanted comes out here and jumps Sting, and Sting attacks him with the bat. Scott Steiner is now here, and Steiner jumps Sting from behind. It's a 4-on-1 on Sting.
Scott looks great here.
He does.
He's got the chest tattoo.
Chest tattoo, no shirt, jeans, fucking beast.
Yeah, he looks like a monster.
They're all jumping Sting, but here comes the boys. It's Shark Boy Norman Smiley and Andy Douglas. Oh no, sorry, it's AJ Styles.
Those guys
Rhino,
got
Ron
beat
Killings.
up.
Yeah, sadly. AJ Styles, Rhino, and Ron Killings all run out here with bats and chase off Team Jarrett. Where they all got bats, I'm not sure. Sting just had a fucking plethora of them. Maybe the bat room was back there with the bats.
He just brought a bunch of bats and threw them on the ground and said, all right, y'all pick them up. I don't know your names. Just grab them.
Get this shit.
I don't know your names. Who are you? Take this.
Sting gets on the mic
Where's
and says,
Andy Douglas?
I need Andy Douglas. Why am I not wrestling him? Sting gets a mic and says, hey, kids. Hey, you children, get back to your mom and dad. It doesn't, it's a zoom-up shot of Steiner and Jarrett, so I'm assuming he was fucking talking like AMW.
I have no idea. Someone take the mic from Sting.
Who the fuck is he talking about?
Take the mic from Sting.
Sting says, Jeff, you got your team, and it's quite obvious that I've got mine. And Ron Killings is blown away by this. He cannot believe that he's on Sting's team. He says, oh shit, and dabs up Sting.
And on the ramp, Scott Steiner.
Dude, I legit wrote Steiner's fucking spouting off some crazy shit. I don't know what he's saying, but they keep zooming in on him.
Lockdown on the 23rd of April. Sting just confirmed that that's his team. AJ Styles, Rhino, and the Truth to face Jarrett's Army April 23rd at Lockdown. Wow.
Flexing.
Yeah, pointing to his fucking biceps.
Dude, he's going nuts. And Sting says, we'll see you at Lockdown, little kid. Who the is he talking about? Jarrett?
Take the mic away from Sting.
Hey, shut
Give
up.
Give it to Scott Steiner. Got to move, fucking
Lockdown. And then the best fucking part, the show ends, but they do the goddamn adrenaline rush outro recap of the show, which is awesome, man. I love this.
Adrenaline rush.
You can't get enough of the adrenaline rush. I was like, fuck yeah, man.
Nah, this shit had a vision, man. This show had a vision.
Yeah. I love that. I don't know why I love it, but I do.
Yeah, this was cool as shit. This was a great episode of TNA.
Great fucking episode, man. Yeah, man. And I'm fucking sticking around for the Dudesons or whatever.
Guy like me, I might head up to Martinsville, Virginia.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it was weird that they didn't advertise any other dates unless that's maybe, was taken out.
Oh, you could have been on
like
the
a lower
screen.
third that was taken out or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
That could have been. Yeah. Dude, great fucking show. Awesome opener. Fun street fight. A lot of well-built stuff here. They talk about the Christian stuff, Abyss.
Well built for a just all right pay-per-view.
Dude, probably a bad pay-per-view, really.
Yeah.
I don't remember this
I'm
pay-per-view.
sure the TV
much at
episode was way better than the pay-per-view ended up
Yeah,
being.
that's fucking true, yeah.